Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. As you can see, we have the Göweil DLC from Farm Simulator 22. This is the first pack in the year 2. It is included in the year 2 pass if you have the year 2 pass, or you can buy it separately. But it includes some new balers. We have a couple stationary balers. Two just kind of your typical balers. We have a few different wrappers. We have this wrapper. This one, kind of your typical style. You have one that can attach to either a front loader, a wheel loader, or a telehandler. You just change the fixture point. And we have a couple bale grabs here. One is for round bales and one is for square bales. Now, along with this update is you can do corn silage or maize silage bales, as well as sugar beet cut bales, and we'll check that out here in a second. I got a couple trailers set up. I got a couple windrows set up here for the balers. We'll just kind of give them a quick test run and go through how some of this stuff works. But before we do that, we're going to jump into the store and just show off everything so you can see all the requirements as well as different options. Go down to your DLC page. So the first item we have is the bale handler RBG. Can handle 125 to 150 size bales, and you can change between a front loader or a telehandler. We have the bale handler BTG, not sure how to say that, does up to 180 size square bales. You have 3-point or front loader attachment, as well as the telehandler attachment. Then you have the G1015, which can do 125 or 150 round bales. And same idea, you have the 3-point or front loader or telehandler. Also has the roller. I'm not exactly sure what this does. We'll have to maybe check it out. We have the G5020. And that is kind of your typical style. Now there is a couple. You can add basically a bale kicker on it or an end turner, and that'll flip your bales upright so that they're not on the ground rolling around. This does 125 to 150. You have your typical colors and wheel setups. Then we have the, oh, that was the same one. The G4010 Profi. That does 125 to 150 rounds or 180 squares. This has no kicker on it. I believe you kind of just set it up and I'm not sure it grabs them or if you drop them in there. I think you have to drop them in there for it to work. So I don't think it'll scoop them off the ground. We'll give it a test run and see how it works exactly. We have the G1 F125. This does 125 only. And it is kind of your typical, just smaller round baler. Brings another one to the, another brand, another style, kind of to the game. Then we have the G1 F125 Combi. This does 125s only as well, but it also has the bale wrapper on the backside. This has the end turner or the bale kicker. So this will flip the bales up and stand them upright instead of laying them down. It also has the silage additive tanks. Now getting to kind of the newer designed balers that are the kind of the focal point of the DLC, is my opinion. We have the LT Master F115. This does 125 size only. And it has the end turner, so it can come out here and flip the bales up, and then you can grab them and take them away. But basically, you load up this back bin, you unfold it, load this bin up, it dumps it into here, wraps it, or bales it, wraps it, and then kicks it out. Has the additive tanks as well. Then the last one in the DLC is the VarioMaster V140. This does 125 to 150. And same idea, has the kicker or no kicker. Additive tanks as well. Requirements, this only takes 120 horsepower and will fill up to 20,000 liters. 120 horsepower as well. And if you notice on the icons, it'll take straw, hay, grass, chaff, sugar beet cut, or a TMR mixture. So I think you can bale up your TMR mixture. We'll give it a test run. This does not have an icon. I'm not sure if it'll take all those as well or not, but this is 160 horsepower, 120 horsepower, and the wrappers do not have any horsepower or what they require. I'm assuming they'll be pretty low. You probably won't really have an issue with them. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to check out basically this one first. Now, I meant to put the kicker on there. Maybe, you know what? We'll just do that right now. I'll be right back. So what we do is we unfold it. And you can see the little bale turner or the kickers out there on the backside. Like any other baler, you drop it, turn it on. There we go. Hopefully this is enough here. We should be able to get a bale or two out of these. You turn around and show off the kicker part. Unload the bale. You see it rolls and stands the bale up. This way, if you're working on a map that has some hills or lots of dips or valleys or trenches, you really don't have to worry about it. You can just kick your bales up, they'll stay in the field, they won't roll down to the middle of nowhere or off into a ditch or into some trees. And you have no worries. Now we can do the same here. This does not have the bale kicker attachment, but we'll show off some of the other balers for it. And we'll have to spawn in a couple square bales using our easy dev so we can test them with the wrapper and the bale grab. There's the balers. So now we're going to do a quick test on the bale wrapper. We'll maybe grab this one here. And I added the kicker to this wrapper. I did not add the kicker to the longer wrapper there, but you can. But this is pretty much the same concept as that other wrap baler with the rear attachment on it. You see it just rolls right off. That's the same concept there. Now let's check out this bale grabber. I'm not very good with this, but we can test it. Now, we didn't kick those bales up, but this is kind of your idea here. You can grab silage bales without ruining them. Then we'll take it over to this other wrapper and see how it wraps. Like I said, I don't think this... I could be totally wrong here. Unfold baler. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's maybe just take a bale over to it and see if it'll wrap it. I don't think this is going to work though. Yeah, no. I grabbed it. Oh, it does. Huh. I guess there is just, you just don't unfold it. Even though there's the option there. So let's hook up to it real quick and see what we got to do to unload it. This is why we do this, so you can learn. Unload round bale, just dump it right off to the side. So I wonder if we could drive right next to a bale and go grab it. Let's test that out. Nope, you're gonna have to load it. I'm not sure what it means by that. I don't understand why it even gave us the option, but it did. Our telehandler here. Let's go grab one of those last bales we got over there. So this, when you unfold it, it spreads the forks. Come over here. Lower it down. Grab it. And wrap it. Now this is kind of one of the cool attachments they added in. It is, you know, something different. Something we have not seen before. And then, I mean, you could bale up your bales, go stack them right into a bin or area. You loaded them all back at like your farm. You could even probably stack them straight up if you wanted. Yep. That is a pretty cool, I think. I think this is a pretty cool attachment. Something different. You don't see this. You don't see this around. So if you want kind of a cheap baler, or you didn't want to run around in the field and bale them up, you could bring all the bales back to your farm or your yard, or to the BGA or something, and have your telehandler or a front loader tractor or a wheel loader, and just grabbing them and wrapping them and throwing them in, you know, a storage shed or something. It's kind of a cool concept. But now we're kind of gonna get onto the main prize of the pack. I would consider these two stationary balers and this baler over here, or this wrapper over here, kind of the main signature pieces. The other balers and the kickers are cool and whatnot. This is kind of what makes it stand out. So we have a few different options here. We can unfold our baler. Basically gets it all initialized. Fancy animation. And there we go. We even have, there's a whole diagram down there. That's pretty cool. So you will need to keep a tractor attached to it, I believe, to run the PTO. We can turn on the baler. Turn off automatic drop or whatever you'd want. We can change the size. Probably leave the size. Then we're going to grab this chaff right here and we're going to test out these maize silage bales. Or see what the options are for us. Now this baler will only hold, I believe, 20,000 liters. Should be able to do a couple loads in here. See what we get. You get the option right there, unload. Showing it, wrapping the bale. The bale gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Holy smokes, we're really filling this thing. So if you even stand next to it, it'll show you. And this one has the bale kicker, so that kicks this bale up. I don't know how. I guess we'll watch it and see how this goes. But if you notice, this is a chaff bale that is fermenting, and we'll skip ahead just to see what it turns into. I don't know if it's just going to turn into straight silage or what. All right, so it won't unload while this bale's in the way, so you'll have to unload the bales. I'm not sure there's anything else you could do besides change the size. I don't know. I don't think you could run it without the bale wrapper. Doesn't look like it. Our tractor over here, yeah, it keeps unloading even though I wonder, because we're just pulled up to that, it'll keep unloading and dumping into it. Kind of a nice concept. Yeah, it'll just keep unloading until it's empty. I didn't realize that, but that's pretty cool. So you could pull up a large tractor and just leave it there without having to keep coming back and unloading it. One thing you will have to do though is constantly have something moving your bales. You can run the bale grabber back and forth and consistently do that. Same concept. Don't think there's a whole lot different besides the size of the bales. So this one can only do 125s and this one can do 125s or 150s. Let's grab our sugar beet cut and give that a test run. We'll also maybe grab another one and do a test run of the TMR. I'm not sure how that works for the TMR bale. So this one looks like you'll probably just unload and it'll probably just roll right out. Might be able to get this one to run a little bit more automatic. So definitely has a sugar beet texture on the bale. Let's see if this one will run automatically. Let's get this one. Oh, it's still gonna struggle. I was gonna say it would be nice if it would just roll it down and knock into this one and roll it, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. You're gonna have to move both of them at all times, pretty much. I don't know if these do not ferment. It just says sugar beet cut bale. That's it. Because it says it can make TMR bales or mixtures. There we go. Now the other thing is I don't know if we can bale up just regular old sugar beets. So let's try filling this up again and see if this works. It looks like chaos over here. I wanted to get that screenshot. All right, let's see if we can do this. That's not gonna work. So I wonder if you can only do the... You must only be able to do the new types of bales in these machines. Let's see if we got a couple. So this is a chaff bale still. This is a chaff bale still. Should be getting close to TMR mixture. That still looks like a chaff. I think the next one will be a TMR. Oh yeah, definitely different. Now we just have some regular old TMR bales. All right, well, I mean, we're pretty much there. We are going to skip ahead one day just to see what the chaff bales ferment into. I think it's just going to be silage. All right, we're going to check these bales, and once the chaff bales are fermented, they just turn into silage. These stay as TMR bales. That's kind of a new cool concept. You could have some TMR bales baled up and hidden away instead of having to make the mixture in a wagon. You can make it in this baler and wrap it up and store it. Even store it outside or something, maybe. It'd be kind of nice. But that's kind of the rundown. We have all the equipment, the new DLC. Like I said, I think these stationary balers are going to kind of be the new focal point, obviously. And they have a lot of just different aspects you could play. You know, big multiplayer setup. Use it as kind of a contractor or something set up where you're running some mowers in the field or a forage harvester in the field. and doing a bunch of that. You could do, if you have fermenting silos, you know, you could get the TMR out and put it into here and bale it up. If you're trying to make room, or even if you're trying to just mix everything and put it in here. But that's the idea. This is a pretty cool little piece too. Kind of does a little bit of everything. Fairly simple rundown, a quick tour of everything. And if you liked the video, I know it was kind of chaotic, but if you liked it, please give it a like. Subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll be showing off the new equipment here and maybe a live stream in a couple days. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, everybody. Good night.